Hi friends! So welcome to lesson 18. So today we'll continue with our chapter 8.2 which is converting from linear form to non-linear equation, but the second part, which is I add on with finding the unknowns. Okay, and it's related to your previous 8.1 and also 8.2 part 1. Okay, so before that, let's check our previous homework first. Alright, let's go! Alright, so let's check Edward from Year 9 Science 1's work. Okay, you all double check again just in case if I mislook your answer or your working. Okay, we start off from question number 1. Okay, question number 1 here already discussed. This is the answer. And this is for question 2. Okay, please double check again. And then as for question 3, this is the answer. And then question 4. And then question 5 onwards is your homework, right? Okay, so question 5 here, this is the answer. Or if you want to make it into a single fraction also can. I accept this one. Okay, so this one also I accept. As for question 6, this is the answer. Okay, if you're minus x, you put it in front here also okay. And you don't need to factorize, okay? You just leave it like this because you don't need to find x or y at all, just like that. Make y a subject. Let's look at question 7. Okay, so question 7, when you move the log, okay, it's 10 to the power. This one no need. Okay, you are not logging both sides. You don't log both sides. Okay, basically you just move the log to the other side, become 10 to the power of everything. Okay, or you can leave your answer like this: 10 to the power of 4 over 5x minus 3 over 5. Okay, like this also can. It's just this working here, please change. There's only one log, you don't log both sides. And then as for question 8, okay, this is the answer. Okay, remember it's a times. In a single log times, it comes from double log plus. Okay, I think this work is quite easy for you all. A lot of you get correct. Okay, just check your PDF. Open the PDF again because I've marked your work. Please open it and double check. Okay, if you see no changes, please let me know straight away so I can send you the one that I already marked. Because sometimes I scared that it doesn't sync with your PDF. Okay, all right. Let's go to the main topic now. Okay, so for today's topic, what are we gonna find? Okay, let's look at the question. So look at the example. For each of the following, the variables x and y are related by equation that is given. Okay, so I shortcut all the questions because I don't want to repeat the same questions. I mean the whole thing, the words there for variables x and y are related by equation, and then I have question 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, I make it shorter. So I put one example, one questions over here, and the rest are just straight away the equation that is given. Okay, so in meaning to say that from this question, each of the following from question 1 until so on, the variables x and y are related by equation that is given. So now I'm giving you an equation. Okay, I'm giving you an equation. Unlike previous lesson, okay, I give you only the graph and you need to look, you need to find the equation, right? Okay. This part here, I give you the equation and then you need to find the value of a and b. Okay, find the value, the constant or the unknowns that you need to find. Or I add on another one more, which is find value of y when this one. Okay, I will teach you this one later on. Okay, the thing that is different for this lesson and previous lesson is that this one you need to find unknown. Okay, so the steps here is, okay, when you are given an equation, okay, and you are given a graph like this, which you can find gradient and find your c, okay, so you need to add on a few steps. Okay, step 1 and 3 is still the same. Okay, I hope you remember what is step 1 until step 3. You can refer back to your notes. Step 1 to step 3 is finding m and c and sub in the value of this y and x into your big Y, big X. Okay, and then you form an equation, right? Okay, step 1, step 3 is still the same. You still do the same thing. We add on another 2 steps here. Okay, step 4 here, look at this. Step 4, reduce given non-linear. Okay, you need to reduce, okay, which is 8.1. You learn it in 8.1. You reduce the equation into this y equals to mx plus c form. Okay, so you need to reduce this to big Y equals to M big X plus C. Alright? And then you compare both equations. Okay. Let's do the example straight away so that you have a clearer idea what we are doing. Alright? Okay, so to find this A and B, what I'm gonna do here is repeating the same step 1 and 3 to 3. I hope you remember you already done 8 questions previously, right? Okay, so this one I think no problem for you all. Okay, so first step is to find gradient. Okay, step 1 is find gradient. So 3 minus 2 over 4 minus 1. I get 1 over 3. Okay, so after that I find what? After I find M, I find C. It's step 1. I find C. So big Y equals to M big X plus C. I sub in either one of the point here. Okay, I chose 1, 2 lah. I chose 1, 2. So I sub in. So my C is 5 over 3. So I get big Y equals to 1 over 3 big X plus 5 over 3. Okay, your step 2, now you're going to step 2, which is sub in this 1 over Y into your big Y and your big X squared into this big X. Okay, this step actually you don't need to write also can, but I just write just in case if you forget. Okay, I write this step first just to let you know that this big Y you have to put this 1 over Y in, this X squared put over this X squared put into this big X. Okay, if you skip this step, it's okay. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, I just do this so to be consistent with all my steps. Okay, I consistent with all my steps so you can predict what am I writing, what am I doing. Okay, so okay, after I reduce until here, I don't need to make Y a subject. Unlike the previous example, you need to make Y a subject, right? This one you don't need. Okay, you don't need to make Y a subject, but if you want to make Y a subject and compare with this also okay. Okay, I will just stick to this step over here because I want to all the questions that I give you, I will stick to this one. Okay, so you can predict, you can know what am I doing. Okay, I don't want to jumble up or I do this and then step question number 2 I do another method again. Okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I will stick to one method only. I will do this. Okay, so step 4 is reduce given non-linear. So step 1 until 3 is here already. So step 4 is reduce this one. I'm going to reduce this one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to reduce this one. Okay, how am I going to reduce this? I can move my A to the other side. So A over Y equals to X squared plus B. Divide. And then everything here I divide by A. So I make it into 1 over Y equals to 1 over A X squared plus B over A. Okay, when you reduce, you must remember you reduce to the Y where it's the same as this 1 over Y and the big X into this X squared. Okay, because you need to compare this one with this one. So when you reduce, remember you must reduce to the point where you can see your big Y is the same as this big Y and your X as this X. Okay, so your X squared is X squared, your 1 over Y is this. So then you can see now you can compare already this one and this one, right? So 1 over A equals to 1 over 3. Okay, and then my 5 over 3 is my B over A. You see that? You are comparing. This is step 4. This is step 4. So your step 5 is comparing already. Okay, your step 5 comparing. So your answer is 1 over A equals to 1 over 3. Okay, so your A is 3 obviously. And then your B over A equals to 5 over 3, which your A is 3. So your B equals to 5. So this is my answer. A equals to 3 and B equals to 5. This is my part 1. Okay, so I stick to this method which I reduce this one until I see my big Y equals to X plus C, and then I compare the equation. Okay, compare both equations. Step 5 means I compare this one with my step 3. This is basically my step 3, right? And this equation, I compare these two. Okay, I let you know first, okay, just in case if you want another method, Okay, you see which method is suitable. It depends actually. If sometimes when you convert this one, okay, you convert this one until this one and then you compare also okay. Okay, you can make y a subject and then you compare to find AB also okay. Okay, it depends on which one you think is easier, right? Alright, so but then I will still stick to this. Okay, right? Let's look at part 2. Part 2 here they say value, find the value of y when 2x squared y equals to 1. 2x squared y equals to 1. So what are we going to do here is, okay, the easiest way to do this question is, okay, part 2 I do it here. What I'm going to do here is I move my y to the other side, become divide. So 2x squared is equals to 1 over y. Okay, so you see, I make 1 over y as subject because I want to sub this 2x squared into this equation here. Okay, so I'm gonna sub in here. So it will become 2x squared equals to 1 over 3x squared plus 5 over 3. Okay, basically I sub in this one into this 1 over y. Okay, so then I find, I times 3 first. I move my x squared to the other side, become minus x squared. So 6x squared minus x squared is 5x squared. So my x equals to plus minus 1. Okay, but then the question asks you to find the value of y, right? So I sub in this x back to this 2x squared y equals to 1. Or I can sub in back to this one also can. Okay, anything lah. So 2 plus minus 1 squared y equals to 1. Basically this plus minus 1 after you square is still positive. Okay, so it's 2 times 1 is 2. So 1. So your y is 1 over 2. That's it. Okay, that's for question 1. Alright. Now let's look at question number 2. So same thing, question number 2, we are finding h and k. H and k here, the unknowns of h and k. So step 1 to 3, we find m, we find c, and then we form a non-linear equation over here. Okay, after that we reduce this one to big y equals to m, big x plus c, and then we compare. Okay, so I find my gradient first. M is equals to 1.2 minus 0.8 divided by 3 minus 1, so it's 0.4 divided by 2, 0.2. Then big y equals to 0.2x plus c. I sub in 1, 0.8. So my c is 0.8 minus 0.2, so it's 0.6. Okay, so big y equals to 0.2, big x plus 0.6. So I sub in my y-axis and my x-axis. Okay, then I stop until here. I'm not gonna make y as subject. What I'm gonna do next is step 4. This is step 1 to 3. I reduce this one to my big y and my big x for this. Okay, so this step I log both sides. Okay, you see that? Okay, and then I separate them. And then I move down my k. I switch place. Okay, so my y, m, x plus c. Okay, so I compare with this. Now step 5 already. I compare these two. Okay, so when I compare these two, I compare 0.2 and k and 0.6 with log h. Okay, you see that? This one and this one. 0.2 with this. Okay, so I can see my answer straight away already. My k is 0.2. My k is 0.2 and my log h is equal to 0.6. Now we want to find h. So we move the log, become 10 to the power of 0.6. After that, 3 significant figure is 3.98. Okay, so remember, if you want to move the log, it become 10. Okay, I give you another hint here for your homework later. If you see this question here, ln, let's say lnh lah, let's say example. So if you want to move the ln, it will be e 0.6 and then you press calculator. Okay, so when you move the ln, it become e. Okay, this is for a hint for your homework later. Okay, that's for question number 2. Let's go to question number 3. So it's the same thing. We are testing you on how you're gonna reduce this and how you're gonna convert this. Okay. So find gradient first. Negative 1 over 3, and then big Y equals to negative 1 over 3, big X plus C. I sub in 0.6, 0.8. So my C is 1. So big Y equals to negative 1 over 3 big X plus 1. So 1 over Y equals to negative 1 over 3 times 1 over X plus 1. Okay, I leave it here first. I leave it like this first. Then I reduce this. Okay, when I reduce this, make sure my big Y must be 1 over Y and 1 over X. Okay, you can pause the video and try to reduce it if you want. Or some people, they do this. Okay, I think it's okay also. What you do is you expand this one, you do this one, you make it until this in this form, and then you compare. Also can. Okay, you can this one, you deal with this one until you get this. Okay, if me, I will reduce this one lah. Okay, it's the same thing by the way. So here I divide by xy. You can try it by your own first, yeah? Okay, you see my A here, I put it below here. I put it under a denominator and I separate my 1 over x. Okay, basically it's the same thing, these two. If you don't understand this part, please let me know, okay? So 1 over A. So if like this, I can compare already straight away for these two. Okay, that's what my plan is. I want to compare. So my 1 over A equals to 1. And my negative 1 over 3 equals to negative B over A. So 1 over A equals to 1. Negative 1 over 3 equals to negative B over A. So my A here is 1. Okay. So negative, negative cancel. So my B is equals to 1 over 3. That's my answer for question 3. That's it. To find the unknown. Okay. So my example, that's all for 3 questions today, and your work is to do these 3 questions, another 3 questions here. Okay, so you can text me if you don't understand anything. Alright, so lesson 18 for today is question number 1 until number 6. Okay, that's all for today. Bye guys.